Hello, I'm the Media Whiz, because one art form wasn't enough, and welcome back to another episode of... In today's episode of Doctor Who Wednesdays, we're going to be looking at
Hi, Media Whiz.
Pony Fanboy? What do you want?
So I hear you're talking about Doctor Who related stuff, right?
Right.
So I thought of something that could be the perfect crossover for the both of us. Doctor Who's Episode 1, Number 12.
What? The MLP crossover? But I had so many other things that I wanted to look at for this episode. I mean, there's the Doctor Who magazines, the Doctor Who classic comics, that one Doctor Who Star Trek Next Gen crossover comic, the audio dramas.
With, you'll talk about ponies and like it. Besides, I did find an audio drama that we can look at, because that's how I review fanfiction. We look at the audio drama and review that.
Fine. Let's do this. This is Doctor Who's number 12. So going back in the day to when MLP was first aired around 2010 or 2011, one certain background character was given a very distinct personality amongst the fans. Like a lot of the other background ponies. Because of the choice of hair and the hourglass cutie mark, he was dubbed Dr. Whooves, and the rest was history. This resulted in Tumblr blogs, fan art, animations, general fandom spillover, today's subject, and the character even donning the doctor-like personality in the 100th episode Slice of Life.
My suit has vanished and this was the only thing left in my closet. How do I look?
Like a million bits.
So how does this story stack up? Well, let's find out. This is Doctor Who's Episode 1, Number 12.
So the story begins with Twilight Sparkle going on what looks like just another regular day, when all of a sudden the TARDIS crash lands into her treehouse library.
Now, a moment of silence for the fact that we actually have lost the Golden Oaks Library in the Season 4 finale.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races.
Not be Miss Golden Oaks Library. Thankfully, nobody was hurt.
Despite some damages to her home, Twilight is more determined to find out what could have caused this. Soon enough, the Doctor in pony form emerges from the TARDIS. And I gotta say, I love how nonchalant the Doctor is about changing forms.
Oh, dear me, 4 legs. That's new. Well, I've been worse, I suppose. Oh, a tail! Oh, that's certainly different. I'd say from the hindquarters, definitely equine. That's rather daft, a horsey Time Lord, look at that.
I mean, yeah, now he's physically an equine, but he don't care.
Judging from the voice, you're female, so what do you want to be called? Oh, how do you feel about that name, Georgia?
No. My name is Twilight Sparkle, and I just want to know...
Twilight Sparkle? I like Georgia much better.
I'm sorry, Doc, but last time I checked, Cynthia Little was actually Twilight's human name.
Twilight Sparkle's inspiration was an A student by the name of Cynthia Little.
Looks remarkably like a dragon, doesn't it? Well, isn't this curious? Don't be alarmed, my dear, but I think this really is a dragon.
Well, what did you think I was? A salamander?
Yes!
Oh my, now this is fascinating. He has the power of speech as well. Are you seeing this, Evening Glitter?
There's also a running gag throughout the story of the Doctor getting Twilight's name wrong. It serves as a setup and a payoff for when they finally start bonding and that he actually gets her name correct.
Not to worry, Nightlight.
Twilight.
Very nice to meet you, Midnight Twinkle. We have to tell you both, Afternoon Diamond. Alright, well, if you really want to know Morning Glory, then follow me.
After you, Daylight. Alright, Streetlight, I'm sorry.
We shall have to wait for them to attack our poor evening siesta. Because I'm going to save you, Twilight Sparkle.
My name, you got it right.
Now, if only he called her Starlight Glimmer or Sunset Shimmer. Or Seafood Dinner. Hashtag make Seafood Dinner an official pony name.
The Doctor ends up passing out as we get this sweet theme song remix. After that, Twilight and Spike lay him down on the floor to think what the hell's going on, how this could have happened, and just who is this guy.
What if you're right and there's something wrong with him? Maybe we should take him to a doctor.
You call?
Ha! Huh? What?
You said doctor. Do you need my help?
No. Do you need any help?
Well, why would I need any help?
It's your heart. It's beating fun.
Hearts. Hearts. Plural. I have 2.
Look, mister, I've read several books on the subject, and ponies only have 1 heart. That I'm sure...
So, you don't need me?
No.
Okay, then.
No. Wait, I mean, yes, I do need you. You haven't answered my questions.
The two come to the conclusion that they'll let him stay over for the night and figure out what to do with him tomorrow morning. As the storm begins, we cut over to a weather pony named Night Shift, about ready to turn in for the night as he's approached by a weeping Pegasus.
You mean Weeping Angel, right?
No, they call him Weeping Pegasus in the story.
Weeping angels, or, well, weeping Pegasi for the sake of congruency.
The next morning, it seems the doctor has made breakfast.
I woke last night with a hunger, so I made myself a small snack. Getting a new face makes the body hungry, does it not? So, upon finding something to my tastes, I indulged myself. Did you know daisies are really rather tasty when dipped in chocolate? In any case, I took the liberty of preparing breakfast as thanks for my lodgings.
Pinkie Pie then arrives to see if everybody's alright, and Pinkie does her usual motor mouth antics until she, along with Spike and Twilight, are face to face with the Weeping Pegasus. Thankfully, though, the Doctor comes in to the rescue, using mirrors to reflect and stun the Weeping Pegasi. With Twilight demanding answers, everybody steps inside the TARDIS.
It's bigger.
On the inside. I do love it when people say that. Welcome to the TARDIS, Flashlight.
Flashlight, huh? So the Doctor actually shipped Twilight with Flash Century, huh?
So the Doctor explains where he's from, the fact that he's a Time Lord and not a human, and the reason that the Weeping Pegasus are after him.
To use him, as well as other equestrian magic, as an energy source. Naturally, they're also after Twilight because of her very powerful magic.
Now, I had supposed this world was on a magic instead of science, but when you get down to it, the two are pretty much the same. My science is your magic and vice versa.
Of course! Don't you know anything about science?
The crew then think if anyone around town has gone missing, and Pinkie brings up the missing Night Shift from earlier. Now it seems that our characters have a lead. They leave Twilight's house to see what's up with Night Shift, as the mirrors that are keeping the Weeping Pegasus at bay break. Part 2 begins with our heroes wandering through town and running into Rarity.
Oh, my materials! You really must watch where you're going. Oh, hello, Mr. You know, come to think of it, I don't think we've met.
Oh, quite sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. It was my fault, I'm sure.
Wow, the Doctor gets shipped with Rose, Derpy, Twilight, and even Pinkie Pie, and now Rarity's fawning for him. Doctor, you lucky son of a gun. As Rarity takes the Doctor away with her, our heroes investigate Night Shift's house. He doesn't seem to be there, but the Weeping Pegasus sure are. Just as things seem hopeless, the Doctor then shows up, all decked out with his signature suit and tie, and saves them once again, this time having the Pegasi sink into the floor with his sonic screwdriver.
Oh, that's my sonic screwdriver.
Your what?
Sonic screwdriver. You know, it's a screwdriver, only it's sonic.
A delivery mare drops off a letter written by Night Shift, saying that he's now sent back to the 1800s.
Causing a historical shift. Now it seems this Night Shift and his newly met wife in the past are now world-renowned for being Equestria's first weather ponies. With this newly found information, it's time to go back to the library and read up on the shifts and why Night Shift was a victim of the Weeping Pegasi.
Well, we'll simply have to look until we found it. No matter how long it takes, we must persevere, even if it takes days, months, years.
Wow, Night Shift looks really nice in this old photo. And that must be Sunny. She looks so pretty.
Pinkie, where did you get that?
Over in the little pony section. It was under C.
C.
For cloud, silly.
Hey, just like the season 1 premiere.
The Elements of Harmony, a reference guide. How did you find that? It was under E.
Everything's fine until Twilight ends up wandering off by herself. She gets captured by one of the Weeping Pegasi. The Doctor comes to a very hard decision. They must all blink in front of these things. Twilight will be taken, but they will be quick to get her back and save her. And that's exactly what happens. While this looks bad now, the crew comes to the conclusion that they must have relocated in the Ponyville History Museum, since Night Shift's saddlebag is also there. As Twilight comes to, she realizes that she's been completely immobilized by the Weeping Pegasi. The Doctor, Spike, and Pinkie find the saddlebag, as well as find the Pegasi guarding Twilight.
Thanks, Celestia, I can see. Thank you. Doctor, what are you wearing?
Well, it's not the most fashionable, I'll admit, but I'd say I pulled off rather well. Besides, all these reflective surfaces attached to my suit make it so the angels can't sneak up on me. You're welcome, by the way.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes in any case. But I have one more question.
What's that, Twilight?
Why is Pinkie holding a battle axe?
Hi, Twilight!
We had to take care of the scavenger. I called it reflection, and Pinkie... Well, Pinkie made sure it couldn't bother us for a while.
Now to take out the remaining Weeping Pegasi so that they don't summon any more. They successfully take out the one controlling Twilight's body, but there's still one roaming around. The one that's controlling her magic. The Doctor tempts the Pegasi out by mocking it.
So what's the problem, eh? You have all that power. Why aren't you using it, eh? You scared of something? You could turn my hooves into daisies or my head into a fishbowl. But you're just sitting around doing nothing. Turn me into a butterfly, why don't you? Maybe a nice warp-filled toad.
Doctor!
He's gone. It's just a suit on the floor.
Doctor, oh, what have I done?
Oh, it's a toad.
Doctor? Is that you?
It's okay, because he transforms back.
Ow!
Oh, hello again, Twilight. Don't worry, this is all according to... Oh, excuse me. I had to... wait for the Pegasus to get close to break its hold, and I had to be in contact with the fragment. Being a frog was my best option to swallow it.
You planned this?
And there's our guest of honor. I made a promise earlier, and you know what? Now that you're close to her, and I have the fragment, you know who holds the magic in this relationship. Oh, that's right, you can't talk. Well, let's make this clear. It's me. Twilight, might I borrow a bit of magic?
You most certainly may.
In a positively life-or-death scene, Twilight wakes up the next day, and the Doctor informs her that the Weeping Pegasi have been successfully defeated. And the Doctor fixed the destroyed portion of Twilight's library. As our four main characters talk about their last hurrah, Twilight says that the Doctor could temporarily stay in Ponyville with Rarity. Doctor, I swear to Celestia, you better take up that offer because you are being offered the opportunity of a lifetime to hunker down with what a majority of this fandom has considered the waifu material of the millennia, that being Rarity.
Okay, kids, slow your roll. And Pinky talks about having a welcome party for the Doctor, but the Doctor has other ideas, like taking Twilight on a quick journey through time and space. She quickly jumps at the chance to see other worlds, so the story ends with them taking off. That was Doctor Who's episode 1, number 12, and it is a damn good fanfic. The writer clearly knows how to write MLP characters as well as the Doctor, and maybe it's because it's the audio drama we looked at, but Jam Jar, the guy playing the Doctor's voice, does a very spot-on Tennant impression. The story itself is basically your typical Doctor Who episode with MLP elements thrown in, and as a fan of both franchises, I found it very enjoyable.
The author, Squeak-Anon, and all those involved with these audio dramas, our hats go off to you.
Great, well that was fun, so I'm gonna get going. I'm the Media Whiz, because one art form wasn't enough, and next time on Doctor Who Wednesdays, we're looking at Doctor Who home releases.
And I'm the Pony Fanboy. I fanboy over ponies, and you just listen, and I'm going to sit here and wait until that mid-season hiatus is over.